Hey everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Koyomimonogatari, but today I'm going to be checking out the next couple episodes, episodes 3 and 4. But last time, on the first couple episodes, we were just introduced to kinda, the main themes that we're going to be getting into in Koyomimonogatari. The main idea is that each episode is going to be taking place at a different point throughout the story, and from what I can tell, it'll have the intro from that part of the story so we can tell where we are. And it taking place at different points in the story is interesting because Koyomimonogatari means, well, calendar story. And there are 12 episodes. And how many months are there in a calendar? 12. Very clever. Now, in terms of anything important that happened in the first couple episodes that we can discuss, there's not much. The episodes were mostly just quick little stories that fill out a little bit of information from that time period, and there was at least a recurring theme across them of misunderstandings, people misidentifying things as meaning something else. Be it misidentifying an old woodwork project with a rock in it as a holy shrine, or seeing a bouquet of flowers and thinking that it means somebody nearby had died, when in reality it was just supposed to make people think somebody had died, when it was just really a warning to make people think twice about going near there. One funny thing that happened though was that the woodwork project that was mistaken as a shrine was made by Araragi. Yeah, somehow Araragi did not recognize his own project that he himself had left there until it was pointed out to him by Hanekawa. It just solidifies the idea that Araragi forgets things all the time, be it either really important things or incredibly minor things like this woodwork project, but it is a recurring element of his character though. Also, I had difficulty finding a GIF from these two episodes that could embody them, so I just threw up a picture of Araragi holding the rock. I think that encompasses it about as good as anything else can. So yeah, not too much else to discuss. They were just two quick, fun little episodes that helped flesh out the events a little bit, and even gave us a few fun character interactions. But without further ado, let's just get started with episode 3, which seemingly will be involving the Mayoi snail arc. So there you go, another couple episodes, and they were very interesting. They did shake things up a bit because I was curious on what they were going to do after the second episode, because I was like, well, I've already got a pretty good handle on the formula here. I wonder how they're gonna, try to flip the script on me, and they did that very well, because they introduced different concepts to this, like that it wasn't just a regular human thing being misidentified to be an oddity, but rather it was, in the case of the sand, just pareidolia. Seeing faces where there are no faces caused by natural phenomena, physics and whatnot. And then the water one was similar, seeing things that weren't there, but it was seeing one face as another face. And I don't know if this is like an intentional theming thing, but something I noticed about these two is that the first one involved Mayoi seeing that scary demon face in the sand and then interpreting it as potentially an oddity, and it would make sense for the spirit who's, got the mind of a 10-year-old to be frightened by seeing a demon face in the sand. It's one of the most common things that scares kids is, seeing something in the dark that resembles like a monster and then freaking out. So it was fitting that they had Mayoi be the one to present the story of the sand. And then we got Tsuruga, one of the most romance-focused characters, being the one to present the story about the water, where you see the person you're destined to be with. Again, very fitting to have her be the one to present that. I'm not sure if there's similar parallels that can be drawn with the other two, or if these were even intentional, but it's just something I noticed. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, I recall at the end of the, the Tsuruga monkey arc that Araragi said he would help her clean up her room, right? And now they were showing us that happening, him going in there and cleaning it up, and then the aftermath of which was finding out about the water oddity. The only real oddity to the water is that you just see what you want to see, I guess. Also, I questioned how this was going to work with Oshino gone, because Oshino was kind of the driving, narrative of the first two, where it was about bringing him specifically these stories, and then even the third one involved, him not being there to receive the story, But then by the time we hit the fourth one, Tsuruga just brought it up because she felt like it, because Araragi happened to be in the bath at the time, and then Araragi, out of curiosity, decided to pursue what it could mean. You know what, if I want to overthink this for a second here, what I said earlier about them seeing what they want to see could kind of work with the little bits that we got, because, say for example, Tsuruga's dad had his mind on somebody who he would be with for the rest of his life. Then naturally, when he's looking in the water and he sees something that he doesn't immediately recognize as himself, he would interpret that as, oh, maybe that's the person I'm destined to be with. And then Araragi, well, there was nothing he really wanted to see in the water. He didn't know what was even supposed to be there, so all he saw was what was actually there, himself. And Tsuruga, well, she laid it out pretty clear that she saw exactly what she wanted to see and nothing else. So I think it really does just come down to them seeing what they wanted to see. Maybe. I went into pure speculative theory territory involving her dad, but it's possible. Given Tsuruga's investment in romance, it wouldn't be too surprising if he may have also been a little bit like that. But that is wild speculation right there. So before I continue to vomit out any more nonsense, let's just end things off by hitting up episode 5 and then seeing if I can pin where the intro takes place. Let's see. Oh yeah, of course, Nautico Snake. It's pretty much going relatively in order now, as it would seem. Which is interesting because it started us off with Nekomonogatari Black, which, actually, now that I think about it, chronologically that should be first. So yeah, they're not showing us these in necessarily release order, they're going chronological, which Bake is all chronological, but Nekomonogatari Black chronologically is still before it, so that's why we got it first. And if they're gonna be moving down the calendar as well, it also makes sense for them to do it in order. Which would mean after this, that's the Hanekawa cat one, right? But that would only put us halfway through with Koyomimonogatari, so I guess the next parts would be moving into like Nisei territory. We'll see about that, but for now, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. Subscribe to be updated on more. That'd be great. Next time, we got episodes 5 and 6, and the first one is going to be involving Nautico Snake. And will Nautico be the one presenting the new oddity? It seems to be the case where each individual from the arcs is the one who presents Araragi with the new story. But what kind of oddities would Nautico be potentially running into? I guess I'll find out. Maybe tomorrow. That'd be nice. But if you'll excuse me, I'm running out of brain cells, so that's it. Till we meet again, I will see you guys later.